Okay, so for this next part, I'm trying to figure out the pages in the album, and I was trying to do it off camera and so I could have the idea and then record, but I feel like I need to do the cutting and the planning. Like, I just can't plan it without doing the cuts because I want to play with different ideas. So like I did for this, I'm just going to figure it out as I go. So I'm taking a file folder that's folded the way it comes in the package, and I measured in from this edge 7.5 inches. So 7.5 inches from here, and I marked it and I drew the line, and I'm going to cut on that line. So we're cutting 7.5 inches in. So I like that there are tabs. I like that idea. But I was also thinking it would be nice if some of the pages maybe had a fold out. But, I mean, we're restricted. I don't want to go any bigger than 7.5 because, you know, you have your spines. So, I mean, that would look nice even if we just kept it simple and just alternated, you know, where the tabs are. But, like I said, I would like a fold. I'm going to score this one at 7.5 inches from the biggest, from where that tab is. Oh, I don't have my thing. I usually keep it in there. Oh, here's one. So I'm going to score at 7.5 inches. And I'm going to see if I like that. Fold it. And this is just to get an idea. This may go because of all these score lines. I'm just using this to play and figure it out. So if it did have a fold, I would not want it this way. I would want the fold out to come this way. So for this page, I'm going to cut. I probably just confused you. So this one measures 7.5 inches and cut. And then on this leftover piece from the tab, measures 7.5 inches and cut. Forget about the scoring that I did. That was just try to see if something would work. That would be 2 pages. So now I would like to have one where that score line would probably be in the middle. So I'm thinking if we had a page and then there was a flap. So if we had the flap come maybe 4 inches. Okay, so with your file folder, oh, my battery's about to die. So with your file folder with the written tab to your left and up top, open up your file folder and then measure 4 inches from that tab. So measure 4 inches, and we're going to score, not cut. We're going to score. And then from that score line, like fold it, and then from that edge measure 7.5 inches. And then that one we're going to cut. So that will give us a page with a folder. I'm thinking that one can go in between there. My thing is with that score line, I mean, if that bothers you, you can put another piece of paper over top. But I'm not going to let it bother me. I refuse. Oh, now I can't see our tab. Maybe I'll make that page shorter. So I would like to be able to see that tab. So maybe we'll make this page, cut off another 1/2 inch. So make that 7 inches instead of 7.5. And then we'll be able to see our tab. So I'm just trimming off 1/2 inch. Okay, and then we can still see our tab. So we'll have one page, then we'll have this page with a fold out, and we'll have that page. Now what do we want to do? We have this left. That's a bit short. I mean, it always says the pages all have to be the same. May save that one for up top for the first page. Let's see. Just keep them together. Okay, so for the next one, we'll just simply cut at 7.5 inches. Nothing fancy. And even though I'm taking it to the paper trimmer that has a ruler on it and everything, I'm still drawing the line because I trust it more than the paper trimmer. Because I don't get straight lines with my trimmer. I can't see it. that one is just plain and simple. And now I'm thinking for the next one, what was I thinking? Okay, we're going to trim this one. Actually, first we're going to trim it at 7.5. So from that tab, mark 7.5. Yeah. And so I'm thinking when this one opens, so it'll lay on top like this with the tab up top and out. And then when it opens, I'm thinking we can have some pages on this one. So I'm going to take another file folder . And I think we'll do these so they're different lengths. And we don't want it to come to the very edge. I'm going to put these to the side. So the biggest one could be room. I bet we go with 6 inches. And I'm going to cut the tabs off, am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to leave the tab on. And from that tab, cut 6 inches. I know, I'm not drawing a line, being a rebel. So the next one we'll want to go smaller. I'm just going to cut this off just to get rid of it. So the next one we'll want to be a bit shorter. So I'm going to go with, make it 5 inches. So go down an inch. So I'm measuring in 5 inches and cutting off. Ooh, we could do it like that. You can flip that one over so the tab's up top. I'm going to brand these. Where did I put my thing? You know what that means, right? The my corner thingy. There it is. And then we'll have 3 on this. So we have our pages, and we have this page, which will open, and then on this page, we'll have like 1, 2, 3. And I don't want to attach these yet because of the whole decorating thing. Since I don't know exactly how I'm going to decorate them. So for now you can just paper clip them or get a bulldog clip just so you keep them with that page. And if you're going to decorate yours, like if you want to put yours completely together and then worry about decorating after, that is totally fine. I just feel like if I put it together before I decorate, I'm going to regret it. So I have that one. I think that's probably enough for pages. So that cutoff that I had before, that I said I would make the top page, I'm going to put that one there. So this is a book, like in the folio. My plan is to attach these pages along here, just like you know how these are here, except I didn't do cascading ones. And I don't want to do these flaps. So I'm not including any of those. If you want to, you can go right ahead. You would just attach it here and attach it up here, and you can do your flaps. I don't want them. So this is what our pages will look like. Okay, so for the pages, we just have this plain one, and then this one that'll have our 3 flip pages. Then another plain one, plain, and then just one with flip out, and that one. So maybe, I'm trying to see if I want to add any more. I think that's good. So I know in the other one we sandwiched 2 pages between, but I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm going to try to think of a different binding. May just use tape. Or we could decorate the pages and then do fabric binding. Or we could even just like choose this for an example. We could just attach 1 page to that, and you would see this, and then attach the next page to there. I think I might end up going with something like that. I'm going to give it some thought. And I have to pick up my daughter from work soon. So when I figure it out, I'll be back. Okay, so I've had a few thoughts on, okay, 1, 2, 3. On this page, I want to add something. So I was thinking of taking another file folder and attaching it here. Obviously it needs to be smaller. So I'm thinking cut some off of this side, cut 1/2 inch off the outer edge. So we don't want it to come too close to the edge. So I'm going to cut it right where this curves down. And that happens to be I'm going to make it even, like an easy 5.5 might be too big, so let's do 5 3/8. So I'm going to have to mark that one. And where's my pencil? So 5 3/8. And you know I want this rounded. And this has a little, I'm just gonna cut that off. Trying to decide if I want these rounded. Goes attached there. I'm going to move it more over that way, so we're going to have our spine. I'm thinking for something fun. Do I want to add more? I want just like a little, thinking I do. I'm going to leave it. So that one will go attached to this. I'm just going to clip that one in there. And that one's plain, that one's folded, and then that one's plain. That's good. So I was thinking for the binding, I'm thinking for the pages, I'll gel print them, but make it pretty basic. Like not a lot of different colors, just each page, like maybe this one will be mostly turquoise, and this one might be mostly green. Like, you know, just try to keep them pretty low-key. And then for the spine, I'm thinking of doing this, what I said, attaching that and that, but having these decorative so they can be attached after, and do it black and then go in after with some sort of stamp in white, so it adds a bit of interest, because black and white will go with everything, and I think it'll look cool. So that is what I'm thinking. So I think first we'll do the pages before we worry about our spines.